Hi guys, so by now you've opened your tax return on MyGov, or maybe you've looked at your tax return that your accountant prepared, and you might be seeing a number in a box labelled Reportable Fringe Benefits, just like this. The Reportable Fringe Benefits number often causes a lot of surprises to people when they see it for the first time, and you wouldn't be the first to be puzzled by it. So what is a Reportable Fringe Benefit, and how does it impact me? Let's take a closer look from the beginning. You might have realised if you lodge your tax return on MyGov that by the third week of July each year, your tax return is pre-filled with information about your income from your employment. One of these numbers that may appear in some years might be a reportable fringe benefit. It might not always be there, but it can occasionally appear unexpectedly, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Most employees are required to report to the ATO how much they have paid or provided benefits to all of their employees. This information is then used by the ATO to appear in your income tax return form. With the help of computers, this process has never been easier. So what is a fringe benefit? Well, it consists of most of the benefits you were provided by an employer that was not paid to you in cash by a direct deposit to your bank account as part of your normal salary or wage that you get in return for your services at work. A fringe benefit could include some types of entertainment like a golf day, or a sales conference at an exotic resort, or tickets to a concert or sporting event. It might also include the cost of accommodation for your wife to travel with you for work purposes, or perhaps that generous gift card award you receive for that job well done. Sometimes employees reimburse certain costs that are deemed as fringe benefits that you might not consider to be, such as car parking at your office. Think back to any benefit you received from your employer of any kind that you didn't pay for yourself, that other people don't get normally, and the chances are the fringe benefits on your tax return relates to those things. However, for them to appear in your tax return in the reportable fringe benefits box, the value in the year must have exceeded the threshold to be a reportable amount of over $2,000, which is why you wouldn't see this amount every year, even though you do get some benefits every year. If you're finding this video helpful, please remember to press the like button and subscribe. I spend a lot of time creating these videos to help you, and by doing this, it would really help my channel to grow and reach more people. Thanks a lot. As your employer is providing this data to the ATO, they really should be able to provide you with more information about what types of reportable fringe benefits they have reported to the ATO on your behalf. If there is a problem with the answer you receive from your employer and you don't believe you received this fringe benefit, you can ask your company to correct this or explain it in a bit more detail that you can understand. However, they may disagree to do anything about it if you think it's wrong, as it might be there for a very good reason that you might not understand, and you would likely have little bargaining power to make them change it if they disagree with you. So how much tax do you personally have to pay on these reportable fringe benefits once they exceed the $2,000 threshold so that they appear in your personal income tax return? Well, in terms of paying fringe benefits tax, you would pay zero, as your employer is responsible for paying fringe benefits tax, and not you. Sounds good, right? Well, that's not to say that the reportable fringe benefits appearing on your tax return doesn't have any impact on you. Fringe benefits can have an impact for some employees depending on how much they earn and if they are receiving any government assistance, tax offsets, or other payments of that sort. This is because the reportable fringe benefits amounts are treated as part of your gross income, which is referred to as your adjusted taxable income, which can impact your eligibility for things that are means tested based on your adjusted taxable income, which can include Medicare Levy Surcharge if you have no private health insurance and exceed a certain threshold, eligibility for certain superannuation contributions for your spouse, the amount of private health insurance rebate you get, eligibility for low income tax offsets or middle income tax offsets and other tax offsets that are similarly tested on income, HELP or HELP repayments for studying, determining your eligibility for family assistance payments such as Family Tax Benefit Part A and B, childcare subsidy, and parental leave. And finally, working out your child support obligations if you have any. So having a reportable fringe benefit amount in your tax return can have an impact despite you having no need to pay any income tax on it, depending on your circumstances. For example, a single person with no dependents with a gross annual earnings of $86,002 before tax, with no private health insurance, would not be liable for an extra 1% of Medicare Levy Surcharge. However, if an employer in this situation had provided this employee with multiple fringe benefits over the year that included a combination of gift card rewards, tickets to concerts, free products, and entertainment, with a reportable fringe benefit value over $4,000 in 1 year, then the adjusted taxable income of this employee would actually now be $90,002 in this tax year. As this employee had no private health insurance and exceeded the threshold of $90,001, they would be required to now pay the Medicare Levy Surcharge of 1% of their total adjusted income, which would be $900.42. This amount will be payable once your tax return is assessed by the ATO shortly after you lodge your tax return. That's just one example of the impact, and reductions of other tax offsets and benefits that you may be eligible for could also be affected simultaneously, making it even worse than the example I've provided. So receiving reportable fringe benefits can have an impact on you personally, which is something to watch out for when preparing your tax return, as it can lead to an unexpected tax bill or smaller income tax refund than you were expecting. It also may impact the size of some benefits that you rely on, such as childcare fees. If you're interested to learn more about income tax, superannuation, or finding new ways of saving money, then check out one of my other videos on the screen right now.